It's a really fucking gorgeous cat. I fucking love this cat. Look at Avi.
That cat's full of gorge. Oh, I already has a seared stone bucket. You just pour it on the floor and bathe in it. Alright, so...
Oh, she hit the doorbell.
So wait, what was your plan for this massive field of useless plants then?
It was just for come visit. You know, I'd be like, hey, look at that. It's a farm. No, but seriously, that's what I originally had it planned for.
I figured as much.
For food consumption.
I don't know why we would just have no use for it.
Build a farm for no apparent reason, like a library. Well, garden.
Mind you, I was planning to do the same thing on my server too. Is just build a massive farm of the things just because I could. So I know I have no use for this stuff most of the time. This window's so stupid. Got a window off on the side telling me about my main hard drive going faulty.
Faulty?
Yeah, I need to replace it. It's too old.
Like how old?
I think it's about 4 years by now. And 80%, apparently 80% of hard drives fail around 4 years. So it's lived out its life correctly, so can't argue with it, but really sucks because it's my C drive, so I do have to copy it over somehow and then replace my entire computer like that, unless I want to actually redo my computer. And it's also constantly being used because it's my main partition.
Yeah.
So it risks breaking apart easier. However, I just bought a new 1.5 terabyte drive.
Then you should go with an SD. Nah.
Solid state, I don't really want to go into solid state.
Why? Faster boot up speeds, faster.
I've heard that it's not the best necessarily. I think there's some risks with it, but that's not the only reason. What?
Yeah.
What?
Doing? Yes, but I mean, it so far has been improved since, you know.
It's been improved, but I don't know how much I trust it still.
I don't know how much I trust you, Chris.
As well as it's not like I need a solid state. It's not like...
You turn off your computer ever?
It's not like it's that crazy. I mean, there's some power benefits, yeah, and there's some faster interfacing, yeah, but really, the level of speed increase isn't all that much. Not enough to care. I mean, it does. You get faster startups and stuff, but it's not really like it's the end of the world to sit at a startup screen.
Well, that's because you don't turn off your computer. I mean,
if you do it every day, that would be kind of annoying.
Well,
but still,
keep in mind that, like, the SD sure as all does help with, like, an older CPU, like, equivalent to mine. Because it's just, it boots up fast. It sure as hell boots up a lot faster than every other computer. Like, when you start booting up quickly, you just, like, you can't tolerate any other system. It's like a Windows 95.
I'm not sure if I could say that 100%, because, you know, I've got Windows 8 on my laptop, and it boots pretty quickly, and I think to myself, that's kind of nice.
Yeah, but did you actually clock it out?
This thing sucks.
Did you actually clock it out?
What?
Did you actually test its speed? How fast it actually boots up?
Well, compared to Windows 7?
Yeah.
Not really, but I do have a fair idea of how long it took before.
Because
when I first installed it, it was different. But it's been too long now. I can't say if it was 100% how fast it was, but it was faster.
Because, like, my system boots up in, like, what?
Also, you have to make sure you remove these 16 snowballs. It won't stack any further.
I know that, but I don't want you to constantly be using that energy if it's full.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Just
making sure that you're not a complete useless bastard like you are.
You tell me you're bitching about it using all the energy, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, what the fuck, man? It's not using it right now.
What did you just say to me?
Yeah, I went there.
Don't know what we said. These are the conversations we have. Only a true friend could have an argument with you. That makes no sense.
For no fucking reason. Okay, let's see.
Alright, so let's see here. I need to get a life.
The counts. Speaking of life, how did that job interview go?
Well, it was for a temp place position, you know. So basically, they're headhunters. So I'm waiting on them to call other people.
Oh, okay. I thought
at this point.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, I told you where it was. It's Workplace. You know about Workplace, right?
Yeah, I know. I went in there once.
Okay.
You have to keep on their ass, obviously, but that's every temp agency.
I know. I have a bunch of time. You know, I sent a message off to I applied to a position that was looking for Photoshop people that can touch up images and do silhouettes.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And I applied to it, and I waited, and it got no response. So I sent a follow-up after a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I waited, no response. And then a week later, they respond. And I'm thinking to myself, it took 14 days to get to a response point for a follow-up. I'm thinking to myself, something's going to probably come up by the time this works out. But in the event it doesn't, I've got something to fall back on, I guess, if it works.
Pretty much. Yes.
And I'm just thinking to myself, silhouette and photo touch-up.
Hold on. I'll be back.
All right. More cobble. Just pour in cobble. Wireless. I think I need more glowstone. Yes, I do. Why? I wonder if fortune works on glowstone. Probably not. Doesn't work on stone. What if I want double stone? Yeah.
Family crazy. Family's very crazy. Like, you know how my grandmother's at the hospital right now, right?
Yeah.
She's there for some exams. Apparently the brain scan came back normal. So dementia's not kicking in, but you have to find...
They don't. They can't tell what because of that.
Oh, yeah, they can't tell dementia with the simple brain scan, they can't tell. But, long story short, she's doing fine for now. We know it's not completely other than, chemical related for the time being. Alright.
Little bastard.
And here we are completely concerned for it. And, my aunt's giving hell.
Yeah.
And she's expecting us to drop everything for her, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? Don't you know your own mother's inside the hospital right now? What's wrong with you?
Oh, him. He's the one who's doing it to me. There's too many pigmen here. What the hell?
Yeah. Haha.
This is dangerous. People could die. Mostly people like me. Namely me.
Yeah, I ain't ever going there. What the hell? Crash a game. Crash a game, never come back.
You're not like me. You're useless.
What?
You momentarily accepted it, too.
I don't know. I might just accept it, because I get the least amount of responsibilities around it.
You're dysfunctional.
Uh-huh.
Alright, I could use magic, but of course that's magical. Alright, let's think here. I believe I know of one that's nearby.
Okay,
Oh, there's one, right there. I don't feel comfortable with this area, though. I need to upgrade the blood magic thing so we can get a blood magic suit. Come in here like freaking death and just destroy.
and then give them a reason to church.
Give them a reason to fear. Show them the meaning of hell and what they're doing wrong. We'll rule this hell the way it needs to be. Nope. Bad spider. Bad. Let's see if I can do this. Stay still, bat. Stay still! Nowhere near. I didn't expect I'd hit him anyway, so. He flutters too much. There's no way. Done it before, I'm pretty sure, but I don't really. Oh, come on, why? Alright. At any moment, I could just be murdered.
The Taco Bell, inside the burrito.
I think that's an old song right there. I never heard that one again.
Taco Bell.
Millennium.
Don't you want some radish?
No.
Radish, what they call it?
I don't eat radishes.
Radish. Leek seeds. Wait a minute. What?
Just drink up all my drinks.
Whoa. I walked over water.
Oh my god, you're Jesus.
Jeeves.
Oh
Jeeves,
my
Jeeves,
god.
Jeeves. Found a pig.
Oh my god, you're Moses, because people don't. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, Moses.
Because they don't know the Bible very well.
Yeah.
Oh, darkness 1 up. So it can blind me, can poison me. I don't know what Rust does. And then he's got extra health. Now, he seems to be... He's peaceful. I love you, man! How's it going? Zombie buddy, you gotta get that... Oh, wait, no. Go ahead. Walk in front of this. Go ahead. What? What do you mean he teleported to that dimension? What's wrong with this thing?
What is it? What is it? She's what? She's crying out there because she's a freaking tortoise cat. They do that? They talkative as hell. Unlike Chris.
They cry about crying.
Exactly.
I'm gonna get probably killed when I come through because he's gonna redecide that I'm not his friend. No, he's dead. It's cool. Let's go.
It's cool, man. It's rad.
Also call.
It's rad. That some bitch. What I tell you? Oh shit, man.
It's always a bit laggy when I come back.
But I'm not. This server sucks, if you ask me.
I don't need to hear your crap. But that reminds me, too. Freaking, I was running the server a little bit earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to keep it, running and doing whatever. And then my computer crashed because this is when I had that error that said something about the dangerously fatal level on that hard drive.
Oh, yeah.
So my computer crashed, and I came back. The server was fine. It may have... I don't even think it got reset back at all. But the issue was that Hardcore Quest mod didn't recognize me, so I was a new person to it. So I had 2 lives, and my quest book was reset.
Oh.
So I had to pull the backup world out, because if I didn't have a backup world, we'd have been screwed, because I have no idea how to fix that.
No, not at all.
So, I got lucky there. That I'm a genius.
Uh-huh.
It's a good thing I'm self.
All YouTubers have backups. Don't you know? It's a standard in this industry.
You're supposed to, but, sometimes.
People stupid like that, they don't.
Sometimes people feel like they're infallible. Like me, I'm not fallible.
Not versatile as well.
What do you mean, not versatile? This is coming from the person who doesn't know anything about how to play this game.
Uh-huh.
We've been in this long enough that you could have done research beyond research.
I could have, but I have a life.
No, I'm sorry. The word is because you're useless and you're missing it.
Nah, I don't want to be no expert in Minecraft. You want to be expert
better become. Do you know what the YouTube industry is like these days?
Oh God.
Our most watched series is Minecraft. Did you know that's also kind of pathetic?
It really is. Oh God, it's a...
Not that I got a problem with Minecraft. I do like Minecraft.
Oh Jesus, man, this is awesome. Oh God, no, it ain't awesome. Ah!
What?
The cat jumped on my shoulder from the bed, and it was completely smooth, and then it started falling. It decided to hang.
And it clawed your throat off.
And now she's back in my life. No, fuck no. You ain't get my pizza.
Back in black.
She only wanted the pizza.
Only wanted me for my pizza. Never mind. Not gonna worry about it. Don't worry.
Don't worry about it, man. That can't even get to your feet no more. I'm a detective.
Got a sniper trained on it right now. Hired a hitman for it. Surprisingly cheap. I think it was like $1.50.
Good thing you live in Brazil.
Using lower denominations here. Of course, with Bitcoin, that's probably more likely than not. Alright, so I don't know if I have too much Ingvar. Do I have the Ingvar?
So what do you think Windows 10?
I think I'm not subscribed to it right now.
No, wait, what?
Well, you can get the testing thing. Go in for a testing phase.
Yeah.
I haven't done that. I don't really plan to.
Yeah, it's for the people who know what they're doing with Windows. I only know a mutual amount.
I know a fair amount. I could probably do it, but I don't know if I'm dedicated to the idea because, mind you, you're going to start having to delve into things. You know, the highest level of Windows modification I usually get into is probably registry editing, but I don't really go any further than that. And usually, to do that, you need to look up a tutorial of some sort because you don't want to mess that up. If you mess that up, you're going straight to hell.
What happens if you do mess up a registry?
You're supposed to have a backup so that you can fix it. It depends on what you're working on, too, mind you, though, because the registry applies to just about anything. So, theoretically, you could adjust the registry that points to your C drive, and then your computer wouldn't know where its own drive is.
Oh.
Basically. You can just about erase System 32 if you're not careful. And then, of course, if it saves, which it saves automatically, there's no save button. So as soon as you edit something, it's in there. So you better be careful. But usually those levels of modifications don't take place until a restart, I believe. So you'll brick your computer at that point. But you'll only do it after you shut it down. I'm not sure how to fix it after that. So I mean, there's some things you don't want to mess with too much. I need cables. Energy cables. I didn't program in it, of course. Lead.
Man, that chicken. It was a nice chicken.
Gave its life so that you could kill it.
It looks really good.
I did that backwards, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
I forget. How do I forget how to do this? My God, I failed us all.
It's like knowing how to...
Oh, no, I know. I think. No, legal. I'll just...
no, I love little kikis.
I knew it.
And she's so used to me picking her up by now that she's just like... she's completely lax with it. You pick them up at a young age. That's how they get used to it.
You gotta be careful, though. You don't want to do it too much.
Yeah, I know that. I want them fighting.
You gotta mention this so that people at home don't start picking up their cats, thinking they're safe with that.
No.
So you can kill them like that.
You just have to have the cat. If they're completely laxed while you pick them up, that's how you know.
It also depends on how you pick them up, though. Some people like to... Like, I have a difficulty when it comes to picking up cats because I'm never 100% sure how I should go about it.
Under the arms.
Yeah, it's
and
usually...
And then you support the belly.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful that you don't pick them up by their belly.
Yeah, because they are very protective about their internal organs.
Well, it's not so much that, but because that actually would affect their internal organs.
Well, yeah,
they would get sick.
Well, no, it's
potentially.
Yeah, no one fucking pets a cat's belly unless that cat wants you to pet their belly, because it's just instinct to protect their vital organs. It's sort of like when they get in a fight, they of course make themselves bigger with their back and withdraw their neck and all that good stuff. But yeah, it's just one of those internal instincts. Like when they fight, if you see one of them roll on their back, it's because they're pretty much saying to the opponent, "I'm ready to fight. I have all four paws ready." So yeah, they're very, very delicate about their stomach. The cat species. I know much about it. Cat species.
I wonder if we're reaching the end of capability for these wires. I might not be able to power it this much. I need to upgrade these power lines. There's no way around it. Okay, that should be gaining power again. Of course it's not. Just because it could. Disconnect the other machines. I bet you that glacial one. Well, no, the glacial one's full power. It shouldn't be doing anything weird.
Oh crap, 2 beats. That beat knows what it's doing.
Stupid computer. Good God, why? Come on.
How do I go about producing light?
What? Alright, disconnect. Gold. And silver. Give me the silver. Give me the silver. You bastards. You bastards!
Silver Surfer.
Why is it? It's powered on. I should be able to interact with it. Come on. This thing's lying to me. The computer's learned how to lie, Aven.
Yeah.
God have mercy on our souls. You know that they're teaching a computer how to lie. And I thought to myself, sure, why not? But then there's another question that's brought up, and it's just like, how do you teach it to lie? Like, wouldn't you just program it in to just do the opposite of what the truth would be?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, gee, it could be a number generator.
Yeah, it's like looking at a random number generator and saying it's random. It's not.
Yeah, and that stupid bell curve. But,
oh, there's reasonable levels. And then we look at quantum stuff, and it's like, well, that's as close as you get to random. And I think to myself, what if it's not fully random, though? We find out one day how to understand how random they are.
so there's this thing about how the human mind can't really comprehend infinity, the concept of infinity. I don't want to go into that because I will use the word infinity quite often.
But I can comprehend it. Oh, and I become omnipotent.
It's because, long story short, you start thinking you understand infinity because you're like, here's the infinity number of rooms with infinity X. Thus, infinity solutions are possible. And then you realize you only touched a small portion of infinity. It's an infinity beyond infinity.
Well, infinity is just infinite.
Yes, but there's, but the human conception, the human mind understanding the concept of infinity is quite difficult because we start thinking numbers and it's going to go beyond numbers at that point.
I don't really think numbers when I think infinity.
I don't either, but keep in mind that was during the 1940s.
This is if you're trying to represent. This is if you're trying to represent infinity. That's the problem. I think there's no way to actually represent it. You can only hold it as an information.
What?
Infinity is infinity because it's infinite.
It could be anything.
You can't actually say anything about it beyond that.
It could be negative and positive.
Yeah. But the thing is if you're trying to imagine infinity, you can't. It's just not possible. Nothing can do that. Not even computers. They can get much more detailed on how infinite infinity is, but they have a limitation too.
I need to find this because, you know, why not?
I need that electrum. I'm gonna find out electrum's not made this way, and it's gonna be absurd.
What you doing, Kiki? Okay, whoa.
Silver gold. Electrum. Electrum. Electrum.
Electronote. You stand up, bro. Electronote.
Go, Blue Eyes Dragon.
Oh, shit.
Summon the Pharaoh.
He's Goku. My legendary Ball Z.
Summon the god, the god of destruction. Have you seen God to God yet?
God to God?
I don't know if it was God to God exactly. It might have been God to God. Have you seen it?
Oh, hold on. I'm being pulled.
What did you just say to me? I will smother you with a sweet. I swear to God. Oh, Electrum. Alright, well, I should have enough
I didn't even find out what this God to God is.
It's the new Dragon Ball Z. The true new Dragon Ball Z movie.
Right, okay. I found God to God and Google Images is weird with this.
You're gonna get some crazy stuff, I'm sure of it, because God to God's not exactly specific.
It's the Goku and then the Supersonic. Just standing right next to each other. You're just standing next to each other.
Menacing Lee, get out of there, SpongeBob!
Why this make him right me? At first I was.
First I was afraid. I was terrified.
Oh my God, they're eating her. Then they're gonna eat me. Oh my God. What is Jesus doing with a hammer on the earth? These people.
This is why we can't do things, because we start throwing out ideas and then we'll have to research them.
Like what? The concept of infinity?
No, that was no point in reason. There's no point in researching that.
Yeah, don't tell me there's no point in researching
It's such
infinity.
an easy answer.
That's what you think. Because you think you understand
What am I not
the
thinking about?
Yeah, because
I do understand the concept of infinity.
Do you?
Yes.
What do you, Punk? Explain the concept of infinity to me.
Infinity is infinite.
No, you can't say that.
That's the only way you can. You can only define it with its definition.
It's like God is omnipresent. What is omnipresent? Omnipresent.
It just all exists.
You can't do that.
The problem with infinite is it's a recursive function.
Okay.
You can only state its size based on your ability to recurse the recursive function. This computer's gonna die because I pulling the plug. Ugh! I need that Electrum, yo. As well as the problem with infinite is that people are gonna try to define it with much weirder terms.
Well, honest God, I wasn't even looking up how to contact infinitive. I was just freaking
Well, I'm sure. It's completely pointless.
I was just bitching about the concept.
Such a superfluous task.
I was just counting. I was just looking at God to God. I don't know what the hell. I was just it's the internet. It sucked me in. So
did you find it?
What, God to God? Yes. Oh God, you fucking can't. No, I found other things.
Did you look up Dragon Ball Z new movie?
Why would I'm gonna get like an old movie with the title new.
No, not really. I think that actually does get kind of organized correctly.
Look at that belly. That's my name.
Yeah, you can't prove that. Especially not legally.
I could put my birth certificate says so.
We burned it. It was forged. You were born in Hawaii, it says, but it's not true. You're not Obama.
No, Obama. George Washington. I hate the British. I love America. One. I don't know what else. Shit. I never told a lie. And, I chopped down a cherry tree. Whatever that is.
Yeah, Washington, yeah, it was. I forgot about the, chopped down. Oh, never told a lie, rather. I knew about the cherry tree. I feel like this was... I don't know, I've seen a bunch of pictures about it. It was like, he's like, oh, I chopped down a cherry tree and never told a lie. And I feel like it was a picture of him chopping down a cherry tree and saying he didn't do it. And that he could never tell a lie. And I think to myself, politics. There you go.
Some people...
Find someone that's like brain damaged so they can't physically tell a lie. That wouldn't make any sense, though. That's not possible. Well, I guess it would be possible.
The saying is attributed to George Washington, though he probably never actually said it. The whole Honest Abe thing could have come from a story about how Abe walked several miles to give change to a customer that overpaid him at his general store. Both are likely myths created to make heroes out of our national figures. George Washington.
Now we know Abe would walk 500 miles to pay that.
It was
back.
not 500. It was just several miles.
I know, but you're missing the song reference.
Okay.
Bastard.
George Washington was virtually defined by the early Americans for what he did to win our independence. Lincoln was the savior of the Union and the liberator of slaves. It would make sense that people would create stories and demonstrate important moral values. If people see that these heroes would have these attributes, they may try to emulate them. It becomes difficult to come back years later and try to construct a relatively objective history when one has to sift through all the myths and exaggerations.